Well, hello, babies. Hi, darlings. Hi, sweets. I hope this video finds you well. This is a general message, so take what resonates, leave the rest. Whenever you find it, it is the right time because it is timeless. I will never reach out to you for personal readings because I'm not doing them, and I would never do that anyway, so please report those people. Let's get into it, shall we? Clear messages that are aligned with only pure source. All right, let's clear the energy. Oops. Yeah, ash is going all over the fucking place. All right. So first things first, like, you're like super fucking powerful, all right? You have and it's not just your internals, it's like your physical. You have some physical power that maybe you're not aware of. I'm drinking hot chocolate and I put it in this fucking jar and it's burning the shit out of my hand. I was a little ungrounded, so I had to have something with substance to it. Know what I'm saying? I'll put it here. I'll put the smoke here so we can keep it going, huh? Yeah, I was a little ungrounded there. All right. Yeah, so you're like super fucking powerful. I'm like seeing an ox and a horse, like that kind of power. Spiritual, I'm looking it up. Spiritual meaning of an ox, because that's coming up, okay? Diligent labor, strength, and perseverance. Patience, stability, and groundedness. Due to its steady, powerful nature, in a spiritual context, the ox symbolizes the capacity to work steady towards long-term goals and the importance of taming one's own mind. In Christianity, the ox symbolizes patient strength, labor, and sacrifice. In the Old Testament, it is used for plowing and a valuable sacrificial animal representing both hard work and the cost of atonement. In the New Testament, it is used to illustrate the importance of supporting those who work hard at preaching and teaching. That is very significant because that's what I'm getting. It's like you have that internal strength, but also physical. God, that hot chocolate is like super helping me ground. I've been like, whoa, like super tapped into the universal energy, but not into my body. And then I put salt in it, and then my dumbass got salt in my eyes somehow, so I guess I needed to clear my vision, purify my vision. Bitch, you cannot make this up. So we have the Ace of Posts, which is the Ace of Wands, to the Eight of Pentacles, which once again we have a horse here. So I'm seeing that like strong, unyielding strength. The Star. So as you keep healing, more, for one, you see how there's all of the chakra colors in the stars here? The more you become aligned, the stronger you get, and the more your wish fulfillments come in. That's like a given, but maybe that's incentive, because we have the Seven of Posts here. It's incentive to protect your energy. I'm also getting there's some stubbornness. The ox in Buddhism represents the journey to spiritual awakening and the process of taming one's own mind. In Chinese culture, it signifies agriculture, strength, and dependability, and it's considered devoted ally to farmers. Yo, the Seven of Pentacles. I knew this bitch was gonna come out with this reading. I love it. So that's like hard work, diligence, patience for the outcome. Like, you know, if you're a farmer, you got to put a lot of work in to make your crop grow, like to get that. And we have the Eight of Pentacles to the Seven of Pentacles. Right now we have 2 sevens. Fertility, wealth, and status. You're made to hold a lot of fucking burdens. Like, you have carried a lot. You can hold a lot. I'm getting like you may not know this or have this conscious awareness, but you're carrying a lot of the burdens of the world all the time. Like, you feel it, but you may not, like, because you're going through the mundane shit of every day, that you lose track that you lose track of the fact that you're holding that burden all the time. You can feel the pain of the world, the pain of that is going on within people and all of that shit. So if you have like a really like strong part of your body, like for me, my back is like always shredded, and I like, my back is abnormally strong compared to the rest of my body. Like let's say I bench 90 pounds, my back, I can pull like 150 for reps. So like, if there's like a really strong part of your body, like that's where you're able to carry like burdens, or like that's where your strength is, like spiritually, and it's coming out through your physical body. Like I'm meant to shoulder, you know, it's like Atlas, the guy that's holding the weight of the world on his shoulders. Like I'm made to do that. And like wherever your strength is in your body, your physical body, that's where you're meant to carry certain things and your strengths. So like if you have a really strong back, like you can pull things out. Like you're able to pull things out of the yucky stuff out of things, or like pull people out of dark spaces. Like you're able to pull yourself out of things like that. Or if you have really strong legs, like you can move things for long distances, shit like that, you know, like however that resonates for you. Like you got to use your own discernment and like understand yourself and be like, oh, that's me, okay, fuck yeah, bitch. And we have the Six of Pentacles that came out. You're called to do various jobs and learn various skills. So if that's been a draw to you, but like people have tried to like talk you out of it, like still follow that dream, follow that interest, because they're like, well, why would you want to learn that when you're not going to like make it a career or whatever? Like that's a waste. Like still follow that, because there's a reason you need to learn that skill. It's going to serve a greater purpose. Because there's like a bunch of different jobs going on in this spread right now, and you need to learn all these different skills. It's very important because you're going to run into specific people that are going to be important to you, but also learning these skills is helping you gain your confidence, and you're learning different spiritual lessons throughout learning these different skills. It's not just a physical thing. There's something spiritual and mental, and it's part of your healing process too, of like learning these different things. Yeah, we have the Nine of Swords in reverse. So like, don't let people's worries and fears cloud that drive you have. And that's at the bottom of the deck. So that's that underlying energy. People are always going to come at you with their fears and stuff like that. And they're looking out for you from their perspective, but they're not living your life. They're not living your purpose. They don't know what you're driven for, what your interests are. Like, they don't know what you fully know, or what your spirit guides know. So you don't get lost in that, their fears. Two of Swords in reverse. As you keep learning these different skills, things are going to become more and more clear, and it's going to help you choose. Like, say you're at a crossroads and you're like, oh, I need to choose this or this. Like, it's going to help you choose even quicker and make these like moves faster. So you're gonna it's like you don't have any of this like indecision anymore. It's suddenly you're just gonna be like, yeah, let's do that. Yep. As you keep learning these skills, it's gonna make more and more sense, like why you've been drawn to this certain thing, why you need this one thing, what, like all of these things are getting tied in. Like, let's say your resume is just like every other job is like completely different. Like, you have resume whiplash. Like, they're like, what do you want to be when you grow up? Like, what the hell are you doing? There's a reason you needed to do all these different jobs and like pursue these different interests. So don't let people be like, you need to pick something and just stick with it. Like, there's a reason why you're needing to do all these things. Oh, that is like super grounding me. I've been like all like, well, yeah, so we have the Wheel of Fortune to the Ace of Swords in reverse. With that Two of Swords being in front of that, that's telling me that you're finally seeing like what the cycle is of distraction and confusion, and where things weren't clear, or people had ulterior motives, or they were through their clouded, fearful perspective. So like, it's you're able to see like where this guidance is coming from outside of you, and like what's true to you and what needs to happen for your journey. Yeah, we have the Lovers at the bottom of the deck. That's the choice. To the Five of Swords in reverse. This is also going to help you understand like and make amends with like the people that have tried to steer you wrong and all of that shit, or like guide you to do certain things, and you're like, man, that wasn't for me. Like, why did I listen? Or, you know, that those type of things. Why was that person trying to control me? You're gonna understand like where their fear was at and what that truly was, and heal from it, because we have the Nine of Posts right there, the Nine of Wands. That guy's fixing fence. Like, it was really fucked up and he's fixing it. Like, you're able to fix like the damage done, because that Five of Swords upright is like somebody winning at all costs. Like, it's a standoff. They're wanting to their way to go, and they're wanting to like, it's like control, sneakiness, manipulation, that type of thing. It's like suddenly understanding and seeing it from a higher perspective, be like, yeah, I'm not gonna fall into this manipulation anymore. But it's also this understanding of like where they were coming from, which was fear or jealousy, you know, that type of thing. And having this higher understanding of where they were at, and not being so judgmental and angry, because that is also holding you back too. And it's like, I'm just gonna live how I want to live. I'm not gonna let this pressure and their words affect me. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Essentially what it was to like, there's people that are fearful and codependent, and you were also falling prey to that because you were absorbing that energy, because you can feel the weight of the world, you feel that pressure. So you were absorbing that and didn't realize it was like somebody else's. It wasn't yours. And with the Judgment being at the bottom of the deck, that's like this awakening, this understanding, this realization, like coming out of this like mindlessness into like, oh, I was in codependency, they were in codependency, I was taking on their stuff, their fears, and that's not mine. I don't need to worry about this anymore. And finally seeing that power. And that's like calming your mind, having power over your mind, and not getting like lost in the anger, frustration, resentment of like people leading you off your path. Like you also played into that. You also allowed it. So it's like that Five of Swords in reverse is like forgiveness, redemption, coming clean. So just letting that burden that you're carrying of that go, because this isn't something you need to carry. So we have the fish to the hyena to the dragonfly. With that fish, it's most comfortable in the water, right? It lives in the water, so that's emotions. And that's you finding power and control over your emotions and being comfortable in what comes up and moving through it. It's also navigating what's yours, understanding what's yours. We have the hyena, and that's the hyena laughs, and that's like finding humor in shitty things that have happened. It's like looking back with that Five of Swords in reverse and being like, oh, well, it was just them being silly. I was being silly. Like being able, instead of like holding that burden of like, oh my God, they held me back, fucking assholes. Like, and instead turning that into like, man, that was a crazy time. Like, shit. All right. Like, it is what it is. Maybe even laughing at yourself for getting lost in the sauce in that way and like falling into the, it's like, oh, they got me, like I was punked, like haha, good joke guys, good practical joke. Turning it into that and like having this lightheartedness toward that, because there's a burden that you're carrying there that isn't yours to carry, and getting into this lighter hearted energy. The dragonfly flies, it's light, it's easy, and it's strongly spiritual. So like having this spiritual lightness to you, letting off these burdens that aren't yours to carry. Yeah, we have the beaver at the bottom of the deck. That beaver dams up, like it's like dammed up emotions with the water, because they build dams that build up these, that stop the flow of rivers and stuff like that. So recognizing where you've been holding on to stuff in that beaver energy that doesn't need to be held onto, and it's like holding pent up emotions that weren't yours, or feelings that of betrayal and all of that stuff, that's making you weighed down. And it might be like you're meant to be this hard worker, this ox, this horse, this strong energy, but maybe you haven't been in that energy because you're so weighed down by this pent up emotions. So we have the zebra. It's like maybe coming back to like this perspective of like, yes, there's black and white, and kind of seeing it for like pulling yourself out of the situation and observing who you were in those moments, and being able to like bring humor to it, lightheartedness to it, and letting that burden down, because this is weighing you down. You're meant to be this hard ass worker, like go, 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 pull like this heavy weight, all of this stuff, but maybe you're not being able to do this with ease because there's extra weight that isn't yours, and it needs to be let go of. And it's like turning back to that hyena energy of like, man, I was bamboozled, I was fucked over, like I was joked on, I fell prey to that trap, like damn. And having humor and lightheartedness around it, and forgiveness for yourself and others. And we'll end with the owl. And that's like finding wisdom in all mistakes, finding wisdom in not pointing the fingers and being like, I just had just as much fault in this as they did. Like, where can I learn this lesson? What wisdom can I get out of this? That's like also all these things that you've gotten into, like different groups of people, pursuing different skills, all of that. Like, it all has a meaning and reason. And that's, I'm seeing like an owl with this huge library of very important information that is kept sacred. And sorry, I want to drink my hot chocolate before it gets cold. Being able to tap into those old times and see it from a wise sage perspective versus a triggered, irritated, betrayed perspective. Because like, you are literally meant to like do hard work. You're meant to run forever like a horse. You're meant to pull heavy weight like an ox and keep that strong, steady work up. But there's like burdens that you're holding on to that's keeping you from being in that strong energy. It's like it's holding you down when you're supposed to be working. Like, it's distracting you from your real work. Anything else before I end it? We have the Chariot in reverse, to the Four of Pentacles in reverse, to the Queen of Pentacles. So that is letting go of the reins, letting whatever happened happen. This needed to happen. Seeing the lesson in it and letting go of it. Like, once again, that's that same beaver energy with that Four of Pentacles upright. That's like beaver energy, holding on to stuff. See how his little lockbox of shit, holding on to stuff. You don't need to hold on to that. Could be physical things that you need to get rid of that have associations with certain things, or maybe somebody asked for like this trinket that you have and you're like, no. There needs to be some detachment to help you get to this Queen of Pentacles energy, which is like having a good home, taken care of, just having like being creative and constantly creating abundance, and having this warm heart and wanting to, it's like this, the Queen of Pentacles can make anywhere a beautiful home. Like, wherever she is, she makes it a beautiful home. And having that ability, instead of, and see how she's kind of like given that like, really, motherfucker kind of face. Like, that's that diligence, that's perseverance. Like, she's not gonna let some little kid like not clean up their toys. She's gonna be like, no, you need to learn the diligence and attention to detail of like cleaning up after yourself, and that perseverance of like, just because you're tired, you need to clean up your toys still, like that type of thing. Learning those lessons of like, if you really want a nice home, or you really want these things, like diligence and perseverance and patience needs to be the lesson here. And she's all about that. But she's also, with that rabbit being there, super good at creating like anything and manifesting anything physical. And so you're gonna end up in this Queen of Pentacles energy if you're able to let this shit go. Like, it's like you finally being rewarded for all this hard work. But there's these things that you have to let go of that are holding you back from that. It's anchoring you from getting what you need to get done. And it's keeping you back. Like, you are meant to be this hard-ass working motherfucker. Like, that's what you are. You're strong. But all of this extra stuff that you're holding on to is pulling you back. It's anchoring you. It's like, trying to move a boat with the anchor down. Like, you're not going where you need to go. Because you gotta get that shit out of there. All right, babies, I love you so much. I hope you have a wonderful day. Okay, bye.